Okay, so what are those frequently asked questions on the new tax reform law? Well, I promise you that if you stay to the end of this video, definitely some of those questions will be answered. My name is Michael Oyagha, and I'm glad you're here with us today. All right, so we have a question here, and it says, which specific individual does the Nigerian tax law apply to? Now, the law provides for two categories of individuals. Number one is the resident, and then the non-resident individual. Okay, now when we say resident and non-resident, it can be an individual, it can be a company, but either way, the resident individual in this case now is the person that is doing business in Nigeria, has a place of residence in Nigeria, his source of income or earning is in Nigeria. Such an individual is liable to pay tax in Nigeria. Now, if you are non-resident are those who are not in Nigeria but they are earning in Nigeria. So it's possible you are not in Nigeria but your source of income is in Nigeria. You have a business, you have a tie, you have a house, you have a family that is in Nigeria. If that is the case, then you are also liable to pay your tax in Nigeria. Thank you very much. All right, so one of the frequently asked questions is, will transfers and deposits into my bank account be taxed? No. Every transfer and deposit, either through POS, through withdrawals, or direct deposit or over the counter, will not be taxed. What the tax law is about is the income that is earned or the profit that you earn on a business. So there is nothing for you to be afraid of. Thank you. All right, so let's take a look at these other questions that is frequently asked by the people. And the question says, will tax authorities now monitor bank accounts of businesses more closely? Yes, because the bank accounts will need to be monitored so that the tax authority will check the level of compliance with tax requirements. However, your bank balance as a business or as an individual will not be taxed. Please, let's take note of this. What will be taxed is your income or your profit that is earned as a business person and not your bank balance. I hope this is very clear. Thank you very much. Now we have this question and it says, if I run a one-man business, do I pay personal income tax or company income tax? That is a very, very beautiful question. All right. Now, if you register your business as a business name, you are liable to pay the personal income tax. The reason is that the business or a business name is seen as the owner of the business. So a sole proprietor, a ventures, enterprise, they are all under business name and it is seen as the owner of the business. So you are the business and the business is you. Compared to if you run your business as a limited liability company, the limited liability company has a different personality from the directors or from the shareholders. It has its own juristic personality. All right. So if you run as a business name, you are liable to be charged or to pay your tax as a personal income tax. But if you run as a limited liability company, you'll be paying your tax as a company income tax. However, there is the provision of small businesses, and with that, you'll be exempted from payment of some tax as a limited liability company. Hope this answers your question. Thank you very much. Wow, there's a very beautiful question that is on hand right now, and the question says, who is exempted from paying personal income tax? Whoa, this is awesome. Now, the good news is for you as an individual that is earning the minimum wage or less than the minimum wage, you are actually exempted from paying personal income tax. So if your earning is from 800,000 naira downwards annually, you are exempted from paying the personal income tax. This is good news, you know. Now, this next question relates to those who are trading on the capital market or on the stock exchange. Now, it says, if I sell my shares and I make a profit, all right, will I pay tax from 2026? No. The answer is no. However, as long as the shares you sold are not more than 150 million in value, or the profit on the shares is not up to 10 million, you are exempted. So if it is more than 150 million in value, or the profit on the shares is more than 10 million, you are going to pay the capital gain tax. But if it is less than 150 million naira in value, or the profit is not up to 10 million, you are exempted. So go do your stocks and make more money. This next question is for the pensioners, and the question says, okay, I am a pensioner. Will my pension income be taxed from 2026? Of course not. It won't be taxed. All right, you've already paid your pensions while you were working, so your pension income or your retirement benefits, they are exempted from tax liability. So don't let anybody deceive you, please. Enjoy your retirement. All right, so for those in military service, the question I have now is related to you, and it says, are military salaries taxable? Of course not. The salaries of military personnel are not taxable. The reason is that, of course, they've already taxed their life, giving their life and willing to give their life in the defense of the nation. So whatever salary that is paid to a military personnel that is in service is not taxable, is exempted from taxation. Thank you very much. Okay, so for those in the creative space or the creative industry, for those who are authors, musicians, actors, comedians, sportsmen, influencers, the question says, do we still enjoy tax exemption on foreign income come 2026? I'm sorry, but there is no free exemption or free tax for you anymore. All right, so from 2026, you are going to be liable to pay tax on every income that you earn within or outside Nigeria. Within or outside Nigeria, every income that you earn is taxable. The tax law is about income and it's about profits that is earned. So income falls under taxable earning for you as a content creator. All right, so let's go comply with the law. Thank you. All right, so where are my crypto traders, NFT traders, and all of you in that category? Come out, because you're on this table and want to shake this table right now. All right, so the question is, are crypto NFT traders, are they exempted from taxation? No, you are not exempted. All right, so every income, every profit that you make from your trade, from crypto trade or your NFT trader, is subject to taxation, because these are digital assets, and digital assets under the new law are subject to taxation. All right, so the best I would say to you is just structure your business and your earning in such a way that you will not be found on the wrong side of the law. So I hope that I didn't break this table too much. Thank you. All right, so this next question is going to be looking at the progressive tax band in the new tax law, and the question says, what are the new progressive tax bands for personal income earners? All right, so before I start the answer, I would like to say that personal income earners are those who are individuals or business entities that are registered as business name. So personal income applies to those two categories. Okay, so what are the progressive tax band? Now, if your earning is from, let's say, 50,000 naira to 800,000 naira per annum, not per month, per annum, you are exempted from personal income tax. All right. Now, the next one is 2.2 million naira. So if your earning per annum is 2.2 million naira or less than that, deduct the first 800,000 naira. Whatever is the balance or the rest is what is going to be taxable, and that rate will be at 15% per annum. Then the next band is 9 million. The same thing applies. Deduct the 800,000, whatever is left will be taxed at 18%, and on like that. So if you're earning from 50 million naira and above, your tax rate is going to be 25% per annum after you've deducted the first 800,000 naira, whatever is left on after that will be tax liable at the rate of 25%. I think that's fine. Thank you. Okay, so let's take a look at this next question. And it says, if I get a big severance package when leaving my job, will I pay tax on it? The question is, how much was the severance package? All right, so if it is from 50 million downwards, then it is tax exempt. But if it is from 50 million and above, it is going to be taxed based on the progressive tax band of 15%, 18%, as the case may be, depending on how much we are talking about as the severance package. Is that very clear? Thank you very much. All right, so for all of you that are earning foreign rents, we have come to your table. All right, so the question is, if I earn dividends on rent from abroad, will it be taxed in Nigeria? Well, for dividends, interests, rents, royalties that are earned outside Nigeria, you want to hear it, they are tax exempted. However, you must bring them into Nigeria through the approved channels, that is through the bank. Okay, so if you talk to your bankers, they will advise you on how to bring it in. I know you are afraid, don't worry, you're covered. Okay, so for those in agriculture, let me talk to you with this question. It says, my uncle wants to start an agriculture company next year. Will his company be taxed in Nigeria? See groove inside party. That is 5 years tax exemption. In fact, 5 years tax holiday for you under the new tax reform law. Carry on. Enjoy yourself. Do you know that the income from federal government and state bonds are not taxable? Wait, let me explain. Now, every income that you generate or that you get from state or federal government bonds, they are tax exempt. However, if you get any income from treasury bills, you know they are not the same as state or federal government bonds. Yeah, so income from treasury bills are taxable, but the ones from state and federal government bonds are tax exempt. So if I were you, I will shift my attention and focus my investment on state and federal government bonds. Secret. A lot of persons have been asking, what does the new tax say about rent reliefs for individuals? All right, so from 2026, individuals can claim a rent relief of either 20% or 500,000 naira of their rent, whichever one is lesser. So if your rent is 1 million, for example, then you can claim 20% of that rent as tax relief, or 500,000, whichever one is lesser. So let's say 20% of 1 million is 200,000 naira. If you pay rent of 1 million, you can claim a tax relief of 200,000 naira. But if your rent is, let's say, 5 million, for example, as an individual, then 20% of 5 million is going to be 1 million. All right. In that case, now you cannot get 1 million because the law has capped it at 500,000 naira. So rent of 5 million, you can get 500,000. Rent of 1 million, you get 200,000 naira, whichever one is lower. I hope that is clear. Thank you. Now, for companies, you know we have different categories of companies, all right? So we have the small companies and then we have the big companies. So what does the new tax law says about companies? Now, for companies that have a turnover of between 100 million downwards, or asset base of between 250 million downwards, they are categorized as small companies. And for small companies, you are tax exempt. But for large companies, that is, your turnover is from 100 million upward, or your asset base is from 250 million upward, you are liable to pay tax. I think that's fine. Thank you. All right. So for all these remote workers in Nigeria who are working for international organization, yeah, gather here at the village square. Village people have remembered you. Now, what does the new tax law says about remote workers who are working for international organization? Will they be taxed? Of course you'll be taxed. The residency rule applies to you. So long as you are resident in Nigeria, even though you are earning from a foreign company or a foreign organization, you are liable to pay tax following the progressive tax band as much as you are earning.